right, just a reminder that this channel is a not so proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Look around, you'll find one of us everywhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under 16. The language, themes, attitude, and personality of this presenter are not appropriate or suitable. It wasn't as suitable for his children when they were young. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember rules for layouts. It's your layout. Do what you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel or your channel or even on somebody's stream. Focus on the person who's presenting the stream and not other people's streams. Now, if you're going to say something positive, that's all good. Okay, let's get to this. Here we are. Hey, everybody. How are you? Let's see who's here. Hello, Joseph. No, it has not been a good week. Tim JD, wonderful to have you here. It's nice to have you all here. Kieran, hey, here early. Jean Ricard, hello. Hey, Ray Bobo, how are you doing? Let's see, whom else am I missing? Lee is here from Anfield Layout in the Loft, Anfield Road Layout in the Loft. Rick Bailey is here. Nice to have you here, sir. Bear Lane Stephen Price is here. Good to have you. Chris is in the house. Chris from Hales Heritage Railway. Let me see. Have I missed anybody yet? Nope. Hello, Paul Bottrell. Nice to have you here. Paul, good to have you here. I'm a little late setting up, so you'll have to forgive me. I really toyed with just not coming here today, but Joyce says it'd probably be better if I came online today. Some of you, a few of you might know, my best friend died last July 4th, Sunday. My best friend Dean McConnell. I'm not coping with it well because he was closer than any brother or family member could be. There's only one person who's closer to me in my life, and that's Joyce. And yesterday was the funeral, the services. There wasn't really a funeral. The quick service and a wake. And I apologize if it's not manly. I'm not coping with this well. He was my best friend for 30 years, and we were closer than, I don't know how to explain it. He was, without a doubt, my best friend. And he's probably one of a circle of 5 people that know my full story. Let's put it that way. He was just that blood brother. I hadn't seen him since December of 2019 because I injured my back and couldn't drive because he lives about 2.5 hours away. I couldn't drive to see him, and then COVID shutdowns went in, and then he had hepatitis B. Okay, he had hepatitis B, which was then went into his liver, and he developed cirrhosis of the liver. And then he contracted COVID twice in the middle of this. And throughout the end of 2020, he was up and down, but we couldn't go see him because of COVID regulations. And then in the last couple of months here, when finally the regulations were off, he was in the hospital and had one visitor allowed, family and his wife. Now he was married a couple of times, so he had kids from his first wife, and then he had his second wife. It's tough, man. I can be in tears again in 10 minutes if the right or wrong situation hits. Again, if it's not manly to some people, my other good friend John and I, we've been crying to each other on the internet. This is just it's a blow because Dean was a presence. You don't expect somebody like him to die. Okay, he was mid-60s. Anybody can die in their mid-60s. I understand that, but he was kind of a bigger-than-life guy, and I was the oldest brother in my family, but he was my older brother, and we met 30 years ago, and we just bonded. I mean, there were probably 7-8 years if we weren't seeing each other live. We were talking on the internet every single day. 2, 3, 4 hours, and while things slowed down, he got remarried, he had grandkids, and all this stuff. It was it was crazy. Who else came in? Leslie is here. If I miss you, I apologize. Obviously, I'm not 100% focused. Bernard C is here. So you're hiding from the heat. Hey, Andrew McDonald, nice to see you. So it's tough because he was sick the last few months. He never saw my Matt Clark stuff, and if there's one person in the world I wanted to get their opinion on the Matt Clark cartoons, it was Dean, because it was his sort of humor, and if he laughed at it, the rest of the world could kiss my butt, and I know he would have found it funny, but he was just sick, and then various other things. He had lucid days where he was here and many days where he wasn't here, and Joyce and I were begging Deb, let us come up. If you got him home, let us come up and say goodbye. I've had 5 friends die of cancer in the last few years. This wasn't cancer, but I've had 5 friends die on me, and I got to say goodbye to one. This was my closest and best friend in life. Joyce is the only person who is closer to me, so it's been a hard week, and yesterday was the services. To think I'm never going to hear him. Dean had a greeting for me every time we met, or if we talked on the phone, because usually his wife and Joyce talked. Joyce and Deb talked all the time, Facebook, on the phone, whatever, and then gradually the 2 women would pass it off to us, and I'd be like, hey, get the old man on. Deb, get your old man on. And Dean, do you want to talk to Tony? No. And then he'd put the phone on. And then he'd Deb would always say, I thought you had something you wanted to ask him. And Dean would always say, he'd get on the phone, all right, Anthony. And he always called me Anthony. It's sort of the British pronunciation of my name. He wasn't British. He was proud of his Scottish heritage. Born and raised in the United States here, but very proud of his Scottish heritage. Did a lot of Scottish heritage stuff. But he always had this way. He had this wicked gleam in his eye. Anthony, I've been meaning to ask you. I've been wanting to ask you. And to think I'm never going to hear that again is heartbreaking. Because our connection was, we shared an interest in everything. History. Huge history buffs, loved to argue history. We were from different sides of the political spectrum. We were different political affiliations. But none of that mattered. None of that mattered. We were best friends, and we could argue politics, but we loved to discuss history, and our sarcasm was the same. We were both very, very ironic and sarcastic people. We just had way too many interests in common. Taste in music very similar. And I was a city boy. He was a bit of a small town Michigan boy. I was an Ohio boy, Ohio State, Michigan fan. There were a lot of things we could have disliked each other for, but instead we loved to tease each other about that, and we just fun arguing, and it's hard to believe we're not going to ever have another argument. We're not going to have crazy fight or debate about something in history, but we loved that stuff. It was a love. If I were ever going to be gay for a man, he's the guy I would have been gay for. But we'll leave it as we were blood brothers, and he was the closest friend to me outside of Joyce. But that's there. So it's been crazy. I've been trying to get my trains. I did finish all my building. All my models are up. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to see it, but if I click on here, I finished those 2 buildings that I still had to go. They're over here. There's one here. You can see it's blue, and then the other one is over in there. But I finished all the buildings up. If you weren't here last week, we did a salute to America, red, white, and blue. I was running red, white, and blue trains. Today, I thought I'd mix it up a bit. I parked all my double-deckers. Sorry for those of you who love the double-deckers. Let's go to this scene. I parked all the double-deckers. I did put 2 of my steamers out, if you guys are into steamers. It's, well, why don't we just get them going? I only got about 5-10 minutes to test run them before I started going live here, so hopefully everything's good. But we'll get them running. You guys can watch trains, and I'll try to catch up with chat, but I am running. So anybody else come in while I was babbling away? Luma! Howdy, Luma, Ave. But you can see one. I've got my 2 Rheingolds going, the Bavarian Rheingold and the Deutsches Reich Rheinbahn going. Reichsbahn, I should say. Coming through the station right now. I have to run him a little faster than maybe his traditional running, just because he does not like the incline. It's a rather a lightweight locomotive. But here we'll try to get him on camera here, and you can see this guy going. There we go. Oh, the railjet's going to cut him off. But if we go to the 11-lane view, you'll be able to see him here. So running a couple of steamers for all you steam fans out there. And then I've got the Alex train. That is a diesel class 223. Alex is a private company that does some localized traffic between the German city of Horn and Munich, and then Munich and to the southwest of Germany, the south and southwest. So Alex is kind of Munich, and then it's got a couple of routes east and a couple of routes west out of Munich. So there's the Jean Ricard. There is the Bavarian Blue steam locomotive running. And I apologize, I did not fill up the fluid in the one steamer that actually blows steam. If I can dig it out, maybe I will. Hey Mark, how are you? Sorry I missed your live stream yesterday. I was at a funeral. In fact, I haven't been on YouTube for a week, so if you've posted stuff and you're going like, wow, normally Anthony comments, I'll try to catch up over the next couple of days. I just have not been on YouTube. The only thing I've been on Facebook with was to announce, like I always do, my kids had, 2 of my kids had birthdays. My second daughter, Elizabeth, had a birthday on the 6th, and my youngest child, my only son, AJ, had a birthday on the 7th, so we had back-to-back birthdays there. So we went Death of best friend, July 4th, birthday, burial of best friend. That's how my week's been. And I just have not been on the internet. But these are both called Rheingolds. They handled higher end passenger service up and down the Rhine River. Both these models served in the late 1920s, early 1930s. The Bavarian Rheingold, I think, stayed in service till 1935, but don't hold me to that. I just seem to remember reading that. The brown Rheingold right here. This Rheingold, I think, stayed in service till 1938. And if I didn't say hello, Leslie, hello, Leslie. So again, I don't think anybody worries whether I commented on your video or not, but if you're like, wow, Dodge normally comments, I have not been on the internet since Sunday morning. I didn't go to anybody's live streams. I didn't go to Sidetrack Sunday. I just was in tears most of Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday was my daughter's birthday. Wednesday was my son's birthday. And just commiserating with family. Because they were obviously family friends. I mean, Dean was one of Joyce's best friends too. I call him my best friend because he was, but Dean and Deb, and then our other friend John, and Joyce and I were the five amigos. But Dean was just never able to watch my Matt Clark series, and I feel bad about that because he was just wasn't always here the last 3-4 months. Oh, Jerry's on live. Okay. That's a good video to leave it on. And let's go to scene 3. So you got everything, and I will turn Joyce's camera around. Come on, dummy. Still that Batman tilt. There we go. We'll leave it like that for now. See how that goes. So what everybody else is... Well, I'll go back and check that out because my ego says, hey, Mystic Southern Railway, how are you, John? Oh, we're getting lots of camera interference there all of a sudden. This camera didn't like me moving it, apparently. That's a pretty cool view down here, other than the blipping. I'll be right back. When I'm not knocking my microphone over. Dummy. Again, I'll be right back. Needed to wet my whistle. So to all of you who love steam, I've got 2 steamers running today. The only time you'll see more is Christmas time, when I put my 3rd steamer on. I've done all I could with the big station except all the interior stuff. I'm going to build some things in 3D modeling. I've been experimenting with design because I'm going to put walls and flooring in the hallways to create the 2-level effect that they have in the Bremen train station, and also some walls in with shops. I don't know how you guys are, but the German model kits always give extra windows. I have got more spare doors and windows than you can shake a cat at. Now, why you'd go shaking a cat at stuff, I don't know, but I got so many different types of windows. And this is my old stuff. I probably got double this sitting in the boxes over there from the models I built. I got more spare windows. All right, Bernard, well, get back to work. Have a good time. Wow, John. Yeah, I've got new trees. I put a few new trees out. I bought a cheap Chinese pack of about 40. What you really missed the last couple of streams, John, is I built a ton of buildings. I finally broke through the malaise, the attitude, the issues I was dealing with, and last week, over the last week and a half, I built 9 model buildings that had been sitting around, including 1 giant train station, which there's no way to show it to you easily. It's on the... Ha! Windows are a pain. I see what you did there. Oh my God. I am a complete and utter nincompoop for trying to do this. And this took me about 4 days to build. Well, 3 days. This monster. 39 inches long. And I'm done with the outside, but I'm going to put shops and some walls. I'm going to print up some 3D walls and put in the shops that are in the Bremen station in these 2 hallways and these 2 ends. But this is the final monster. But I'm not going to put him on the layout. And he would go... Why do we genderize things? I say he. You know, some cars are he's, some cars are she's. Boats tend to be she's or he's. Just weird on our part. It will go where that little white tower station is. Actually, it's not even little. But he'll go in that corner over there. So I'm going to go put this back, but yeah, this is my monster. That I have to go away. I know I have to go. And yes, there's plenty of room, so it will fit in there exactly as planned, because that's supposed to be a mock-up, a rough mock-up of the actual Bremen train station. It doesn't look exactly like it, but it's close enough that it sells the idea. I still have to build this giant monster canopy roof section that would cover all those tracks on the far side of the layout. So, yeah, I'm finally done with buildings. I have not gotten to the Fowler car system, but if you look at, most of you have been here the last couple of weeks. Let me see, which one do I want to show? Long view again. But if you look at this area, most of those buildings, all but about 2 of those buildings right here, this big little city block I built way over here, that entire L-shaped city block is all new buildings. Buildings I built within the last 2 weeks. And then over on the Dummenhorst side are a couple of other new buildings I built. So I built a ton of buildings. After not building any model building for 19 months or so, I got like 7 of them done in one weekend. 7 or 8 of them done in one weekend. And then I took 3 days to build the big station. And then I found 2 Pola models. I forgot I had them, and when I was digging through some of my storage stuff over under the Dummenhorst side, I found those 2 model kits. I went, oh crap, I thought I was done, and I got 2. So I built those over a day and a half. Those took a little bit more time. So yeah, it's more progress than I've done in the last 2 years, in the last 2 weeks. But I want to get working on the Fowler car system. And again, plans were to do that this week, but life threw a wicked knuckleball. For my American friends who understand baseball analogies, it's just, I haven't wanted to get out of bed the last few days, and just, he wrote his own obituary. He was lucid one day and wrote his own obituary. And Dean had a habit of giving everybody nicknames, but what I was so thrilled with is in the section he mentioned his kids and his grandkids. He mentioned his current wife. He did not mention his first wife, and his second wife was simply described as the mother of his son. But he mentioned John, Joyce, and me. Which, how many people in their obituaries mention their best friends as well? But he survived by blah, 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 and then he threw us in there. Jean Ricard, I have two Fowler cars. 2. So I'm running the Railjet today and the ICE behind it. There you go. So I got the ICE 3 going. And then there's the Blue Rheingold. There's the Alex. My little, it's a Pico locomotive, and 3 of the cars are Pico and 3 of the cars are Roco. So let's go back to the station because the historic steamer. So right now, Jean Ricard, I only have 2. I planned on getting more, but until I sort out the issue with my Fowler car system, I'm not going to invest anymore because Fowler cars are expensive. They start at about $75 and go up to $200 per car. That's why the Magna Rail system is nice, because you could take any Hot Wheel car for $1 and make it work on the Magna Rail. Or any $17 Viking or Schuko or whatever 187 scale car, or N scale. They have N scale Magna Rail. As does Fowler. But I wanted to, I still want to convert my red Fowler bus. I left that one on. Well, let's do up the ramp, because the rail jet will come flying through, but you'll see this chocolate and cream, almost burgundy and cream, but it's really more of a chocolate brown. So, yeah, I was on quite a nice streak. I was on really a nice getting off my duff and getting everything built streak, and then life happens. View. But I was going to convert the red bus and put one of my Delmenhorst City buses chassis over it, because it's the same frame. They tell you can take the frame off of one. The problem is the clips don't align, because it's an older Reitz Delmenhorst bus model. Let's see, let's do thing 3. This one. Yeah. Okay, so let's go Nexigo view here. This is the Fowler car bus. Many of you have seen it. This is my Fowler car motorized bus. You can see the rechargeable battery and drive system in there. And it comes in red. It comes in a generic red, Deutsche Bahn. You can see it's got a DB logo, you know, like a train bus. Like Joyce and I have ridden a couple of these when they had a problem with the train and they bussed us to another station. Because that station had been shut down because there was a fire up the track, or a building caught on fire next to tracks, and they had to close the tracks and reroute all that. So they put us on buses and shipped us to another train station. Nice of them to do that. Anyhow, but the chassis, not the chassis, the shell comes off, and the outer shell is made by the German company Reitz, which makes model cars. And either of these chassis are supposed to fit it. This one is supposed to fit it. Unfortunately, this is like a 15-year-old model, And in the 15 years from the time this was released to this was released, they changed where the little nubs go that hold the, I think you can see it right there, the little clips that hold the chassis on, so they don't line up properly. So technically I have to kind of cut the clips off and damage the shell of the body a bit, which I've been loath to do until I know everything works. But either one of these technically could fit over it if I cut it correctly. But the newer Ritza models, it's a one-to-one trade. You don't have to adjust it. They're lined up the same. It's just my buses are actually older, and Ritza changed that little bottom connection section somewhere. But those are my buses. And then I'll glue some figures standing in on either side, and it's already got a driver. I'd have to paint the driver. But I'll glue some people standing around. You'd see the battery, but you'd see the people as well. Because when you put the new shell on it, the windows are clear. You can see right through them. And so there's that. Hey, Tom Couples, how are you? Yes, you can buy a spare chassis from Fowler. They sell the shells, they sell the chassis. So yeah, and the chassis is a little bit cheaper. I'm waiting for them to release the new Solaris Uno, or what is it? Yeah, the Solaris Urbino 12. That's what I'm looking for them to release. They've got a Solaris shell, but not the Solaris Urbino chassis, not shell, chassis. And when they release that one, then yeah, I'll buy it because that'll be an easier fit in. Although again, I can do it with this one. Just I have to damage the shell to this a little bit. And again, a little bit of glue and no problem. A little bit of putty or glue and problem solved. I just didn't want to do that until I know everything's working. But again, that's the pros and cons of the Fowler car system versus MagnaRail. MagnaRail, both, let's put it this way, both starter sets are about the same price, somewhere between $150 and $200 depending on where you buy them. Whether you buy a MagnaRail starter set or a Fowler starter set. And then the Fowler gets more expensive if you want to add on to it. If you want to buy Fowler cars, blah, blah, blah. The pros of the MagnaRail car system. The pros of the MagnaRail car system are that you can make any model car work on the MagnaRail system. You can do it real easily. You can make any scale car work on your MagnaRail system. That's the biggest pro. You don't have to spend $60 to $180, $190 per vehicle with MagnaRail. The negative with MagnaRail is a perpetual motion. The cars are always moving, and all they do is go in a circle. And if that's how you want it, if that's all you want, just to have a little bit of motion, distraction, activity away from the trains on your layout or on a model setup, a diorama, then the Fowler car or the MagnaRail system is perfect, where you just have a stretch of road and the cars go off into a turnaround. Like Graham Folston, right before he stopped putting videos up because of the health of his wife, yeah, you could just add another car and go. The downside of the MagnaRail is that's all it can do. You just have that loop of traffic. The Fowler car system advantage is that you can have traffic flow. You can have stop signs where the cars stop, traffic goes the other way, light changes, car goes on. You can have bus stops where the car pulls off, stops at a bus stop for 30 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, whatever, pulls back into traffic. And if you add all the different digital boards and connection things, you can create a massive traffic flow system. That's in the end why I went with the Follow Car system, because my bus stop, I wanted the traffic flow to go around, but then the buses to be able to leave the traffic flow, go into the bus center, stop at the bus center, and then pull back out and go into the main traffic flow. And I had that working in June of 2020 until I decided to completely automate it and bought one of their, I don't know what you want to call it, their diode boards, their circuit boards that you plug everything into, and then it's all automated. And then everything just went nuts. Hey, Randall Ellison, how are you? MagnaRail is awesome with the bikes. I mean, again, Graham Folston at Lakeside, his model building skills is second to none. And the bike path he built for where it's a model of him and his wife going around their village, their town, is just absolutely brilliant. It's worth subscribing to his channel or going to his channel just to see that. When he finished that, and he and his wife come out of their house. He's got a model of his house and their property. Come out of their garage on their bikes and take a MagnaRail bike path around and then come back to the house. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The bikes are amazing. They also have a boat system, which is cool. Everard Junction has a MagnaRail system that works excellently and looks great on his layout. But again, pros and cons. Fowler will, in the long run, be more expensive, but you could do a lot more realistic stuff with it. MagnaRail, cheaper, way down the road, and you can get any car in MagnaRail to work on the MagnaRail system. You can take any model car. I've got all kinds of these. Like this won't work on MagnaRail, but all I gotta do is put the little metal plate in here, and it's real easy to do it. And this car will run on the MagnaRail system, and this is a $9 HO scale car, as opposed to a $70, $80, $90 Fowler car. But again, what you're getting with Fowler is the potential to do so much more, which is why in the long run I went with Fowler. Graham also did MagnaRail, because he originally, on his first layout, he had a Fowler car system, and he went with MagnaRail. Or no, I think his buses... I think his buses is Fowler. I believe his bus is Fowler. His bikes are MagnaRail, but I believe Graham's bus is Fowler. I know it was Fowler on his first layout. And then when he rebuilt Lakeside, I know he put the MagnaRail in one section, and that's the bike. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I said it was MagnaRail earlier, but I believe his little bus turnaround, I believe that's still Fowler car. Hot mug yet there. Okay, there we go. I got somebody confirmed it for me. Thank you, Leslie. It is, both systems are amazing. You can't go wrong with them. Things can go wrong, and you, the builder, can do something wrong, but it's just weigh your pros and cons. What do you want it to do? If you want a simple traffic flow scene, I'd go Magna rails. If you want to eventually have a traffic flow pattern and buses stopping or cop car chases and stuff like that, then I would go Fowler car. Miniature Wonderland, the famous German site, their system is a hybrid. It started as the Fowler car system, but the brother Garrett Brown, redesigned it and designed his own car system, which he then sold some of the tech back to Fowler. And they're still trying to work some things out. Now they're trying car systems that are next generation. They're trying to do the, for their Monaco section, their France section, which they want to open next year. Actually, they're opening part of it now, but they're trying to do the is it F1? The Grand Prix of Monaco, Monte Carlo. Yeah, I remember that, Leslie. He did. He had to hack his model to change it to British style. Hello, Hardcore. How are you, sir? So if you're just joining us, just point out a couple of things. I am running a couple of steamers today if you haven't seen them yet. Let's do 11 lane and get it up close. But I've got a blue Rheingold and then a burgundy and cream Rheingold. The burgundy and cream is going up the ramp right now. So if you like your steamers, well, I got a couple of German steamers for you. There he goes. That's a class BR18. And of course we've got here he comes. You guys can get a nice view of him right there. Don't do it. And then there you got them passing each other. The two Rheingolds passing each other. Now in reality, one would be on the west side of the Rhine, and the other would be on the east side. Well, Jean-Ricard, I'll have to look into that. That would be interesting. But I just want to get the Fowler car system working so that I can finally finish that area off. I just want to get that Fowler car system so I can then pave that level off. The City Hall goes right here. The City Hall on Market Square would go here. And then these three blocks would actually get tightened up. There's a block here, third block here, over here. There's three roads. I toyed with the idea of running the Fowler car system around the outer edge of the village as well. I technically could still do it, but that's where I want to get. So yeah, I think a couple of you found out that my station and that the station that actually is I call a station do that. This guy right here. This is a real station. There is a station that looks like this in the city of Delmenhorst, Germany. This is a 100%. That station The station is a 100% accurate recreation of the station at Delmenhorst, and then the bus depot is about 90 to 95% accurate. The roof and the bus signature is the traffic signs of the bus. Those aren't quite accurate, but I'm not going to worry about that. It was the only way I could get it to work. We're going to catch the steamer coming around again here, so I'll give you guys another view of the steamer. Not to be confused with Stanley Steamer, the vacuum cleaner company, the carpet cleaning company. But there he is. Chum, 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 chum. He's probably going a little faster than he should, but while I got this guy over here, I should probably charge him up. I'll do that after the stream ends. Yeah, you got to do it in stages, but one thing I have to do, I have to get the Fowler car system done, and then I have to lay about 1/8 of an inch of garage leveler, garage floor leveler. I'm basically going to be using a compound like that because the entire area in front of the bus station is one giant cement block with a couple little tree parks in the middle of it. Let's see, what other thing? That's that guy. Yeah. Nice cars, very fancy cars. Yeah, this cream and burgundy Rheingold, in terms of value, is the most expensive train I own. It's not the most money I paid for a train, but it is the most valuable train. I got it for a fraction of what it's worth. The guy who was selling it didn't know. He didn't know what he had. He was just selling stuff for a friend of his that left him the stuff and had passed away, and he just said sell it. So the thing had never been out of the box, never been run, and the guy threw a price on it, and I was the only one who bid on eBay on it, and I can't believe I won with the low ball bid I threw. I was actually ashamed of myself to throw the low ball bid. I really felt guilty because I looked to see what was worth, to see, all right, if people bid this up to what it's worth, I couldn't afford it. But I threw my maximum. If I could get it for this much, I'm going to get it. You know, that was a talk with Joyce. Look, Joyce, this is what it's worth. Here's what he's starting the bid at. If I can get it for X number of dollars, I'm getting it. So we got it. I can't believe I got it. I got it for 1/3 of what it's worth. That was a win-win. And then the one I originally was building on, going below me right now, nobody bid on that one, and about a week after Christmas, I guilt-tripped Joyce into letting me get that one too. So I went from I was just going to get one steamer, I got two because I really love the blue one. I love the way the blue one looked. I just love the blue. So I went from, Joyce, I'm just going to get one steamer to, all right, we've got two. Jean, they all, well, the Austrian Railjet doesn't go to Delmenhorst, but the ICEs go to Delmenhorst and stop there. The Regiobahns go to Delmenhorst. The Nordwestbahn goes to Delmenhorst. The Metronome doesn't go to Delmenhorst. But no, ICE stop in Delmenhorst. When we're going to Berlin, we catch an ICE in Delmenhorst straight to Berlin. If we're gonna go to Hamburg, let's say if Joyce and I are gonna go to Hamburg, we take a Regiobahn over to Bremen. We take a Regiobahn to Bremen, and then we pick up the Metronome or another Regiobahn to Hamburg, because there's not a direct line from Delmenhorst to Hamburg. But yeah, the ICE2 stops. The ICE2 stops in Delmenhorst. In fact, it's parked, but my ICE2 lists all its stops, and it mentions Delmenhorst. That's why we bought it. On Evil Bay. Yeah, it's eBay. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's just a site people sell crap on. I sold my 73 Dodge Charger on eBay when I had to sell it. And all I'm going to say is I made more than I spent on it. And I spent a lot on it. Hey, David Cook, how are you, sir? So yeah, not all the trains I own stop in Delmenhorst, but that's part of the fun with the layout. Sometimes my Delmenhorst station won't be Delmenhorst. Sometimes it'll be some town near Munich. I'm with you now. Nobody actually stops. Some people, I tell you. See, it's 187 scale, so time lapse is 187. So normally where the train stops for a minute in Delmenhorst, now it stops for less than a second in Delmenhorst. So Chris, how is your... Whoop. Come on. I'm watching the camera, not me. That was the hard stop. There, look, a train stopped. The ICE stopped at Delmenhorst. The ICE has stopped at Delmenhorst. And now it's been cleared to go and takes off at work speed. There, a train stopped at Delmenhorst. Oh, for goodness sakes, I am getting all kind of messaging today. Ah, Randall. So a double duty one, Randall. But of course, Railjets don't. There is no train that goes through Delmenhorst except the freight train. That doesn't stop at Delmenhorst. So it's two heavy, big boys. Well, not big boys. People think I mean the Union Pacific. Two big haulers. Okay, Lee. That is a good view. I gotta show that more often. Yeah, now I missed everything. There you go. You can see that blue Rheingold, the blue and cream Rheingold. Okay, that's two going opposite directions. I didn't. The picture was small on my phone, and it looked like it was just two locomotives gonna do double duty. There. I don't know if you're hearing the steamer running through. Oh, you're rebuilding it. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Since you don't do your feeds anymore, I haven't heard, and I haven't thought to ask when I've done my live streams when I see you how your layout was going. I mean, everybody can tell me what they're doing with their layouts here. Put it out there. Let people know. Hey, on my layout, I'm doing this. And don't forget, everybody, advertise your pages here. I know some streams don't like it, but I'm all about promote yourself. Maybe not as often as Lee does, but promote yourself. Put your channel addresses in here, how many subs you have. A channel you saw that you think is really cool? A Canadian Railroad version of Brigadoon. It appears from the mist somewhere on the 49th and trains suddenly go there. Might be off the air for 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple of people. I saw yesterday, real quick, that Alan from Dragon Junction put up a new video. Lee put up a couple of new videos. I saw you put up. I had not even looked. You know, I see my notifications on my phone. I see notifications on my phone, but I just have not gone on YouTube, and the only time I've been on Facebook was to, you know, just send the public birthday wishes to my kids. Since my second daughter's birthday, the one who's not the mother, she's an aunt now. My second daughter is the aunt. My oldest is the one who had Cayenne. And my second daughter had her birthday Tuesday, the 6th, and then my son's birthday was the 7th, because my two younger kids, their birthdays are 3 years and 6 hours apart. Joyce was too stubborn. She's like, I don't want my kids to have their birthdays on the same day. I said, we're going to wind up celebrating them on the same day anyhow. We kind of do and we kind of don't. Yeah, I saw, Lee. I did catch that you've added a one of the rooms in your house. You're building another layout. You can see that little village stop there. Actually, the windmill there will actually eventually go to the Bremen side. Catch this guy chugging. Come on, you can do it. Come on, steamer. Get up there. You can do it. Not nearly as powerful as a black mamba. Just doesn't have that same pulling power as a black mamba. There's that view. Hello, Split Rock. How you doing? Yeah, there is somebody I wanted to mention here. Just there's a model train, a YouTube channel, and he's on Facebook. His handle is Gus Hadley, the lunatic from Arno. And he actually called me on July 4th, middle of the right after dinner time. Right after our cookout, and the family was in the living room. And he just started chatting. He just wanted to chat, but I was sitting there not feeling anything but tears, and he called me up, and we just talked about stuff and joked about some things. It was odd to get a call because he has never called me before. And it was a nice chat for over an hour. I kind of needed that at the time. Split Rock. Yes, Germany has lots of restored steam locomotives. They have history trains. In the UK, they're called heritage lines. I don't think they officially call them that in Germany, but yeah, they have historical trains that are steamers and a lot of diesel, even old electric. They got a whole bunch of them that they run on special routes. They don't have their own tracks, but they do it. Yeah, there is that site there that No, crap. I just screwed up my YouTube stream. Yeah, Jean Ricard, the link's not working. I got to remember the name of the page because I know I'm subscribed to it. I just can never remember the name. Yeah, the scheduled steamers. Yes, and I am currently running 2 steamers today on my layout, so feel honored. It's a rarity, but in fact, I started my stream, well, I didn't start my stream, I think it was about 3:30 when I actually clicked start stream, but I was pushing it to the limit because I didn't start putting, I didn't mess with my layout until about 2:30 this afternoon. Yeah, Dampf is German for steam, so you can have a Dampfzug, which is a steam train, or you can have a Dampfboot or Dampfschiff, a steamboat or a steamship. But yeah, I do enjoy these 2 steamers I have. Again, I'm not a huge steamer fan. I love the engineering in a steam locomotive. I appreciate the amazing mechanical delicacies they developed. Yeah, in the Harz Mountains they do have steam narrow gauge sections. Some of those are historical tourist lines. Some of those actual are business lines. But today was especially difficult to set up the trains because the steam locomotives are on a display case on the wall, and I had to do some double duty parking to make room for them. I am officially, if I'm going to run steamers, I have a problem with where I'm going to park some trains now. I think that's both true in models as well as in real life, Ray. Steamers are, they aren't necessarily fun, but I don't think any, electrical or diesel are fun to work on when they break down. They're never fun. Yeah, Joyce and I have seen the historical steamers running, and a couple of the stations, like Dresden has a small locomotive museum inside the Dresden train station. Maybe I can pull up a view here. Let's go to scene 3 and let you guys just watch the multicam. And I will try to add, no, don't add a new scene. Add a new image. And let's go to, I think it would be 2017. So yeah, this was in the Dresden. This was in the Dresden train station. Now this wasn't the only one, but this was in the Dresden train station when Joyce and I arrived in Dresden in 2017. That's a BR-52 Baureihe, building row, literally construction row, but model number you'd call it in English. And then here at this is all at the Dresden train station. They had some old electricals, the Class 4 and the Class 44s. There we go. So you had the Class Electric E04, the E44, and the I think it's the E9 down at the end. So an E1, an E44, and an E9. These are all old Era 3, well, German Era 3, which is post-World War II trains. And then let's add one more, show you one more picture here. And then they had some cars there. Now again, Joyce and I didn't look around. We just got off the train and had to go to another platform to catch our side train to a little town called Pirna. That's good enough, you can see. But an older car, the Deutsche Reichsbahn. So there was that. Hey, Colin, how are you? Even got a note. Yeah, Hagen von Ortloff. If you don't know Hagen von Ortloff, he does a German romantic trains show in, or did it for years. Romantic Trains of Germany, I think is how it translated in English. But he is a huge. If you're into trains in Germany, you know Hagen von Ortloff. Thought I heard footsteps coming. Thought it might be Joyce coming down. Your railroad has no class. My layout is just late for class. But I think my two old steamers, and my railjet add a touch of class to it. But yeah, so just going back to the start of the show, it's been a hard week. If you guys had not heard, I talked about at the beginning. My best friend Dean died July 4th. Joyce and I had gotten up early and were getting our kayaks out on the river and checked our phones, and his wife had texted us. She didn't call the house because she didn't know if we'd be up or not. She just threw out a text message that he had died, and I spent most of Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday crying, and because he was beyond best friend. He was a blood brother. He was closer than family. There's only one person closer to me in the world, and that's Joyce. Well, thank you for that, genre card. I do. You know, you'll hear me denigrate myself. You'll hear me denigrate my model building skills and such. I'll never denigrate my models, at least my better models. You know, the Alex right below me right now, that is a Pico El Cheapo, and it runs nice, but it's cheap. But he's a nice little setup. The Black Mamba. Yes, the Black Mamba was a class train. Sadly, it got blown up. There'll never be another one like it. It was like the Titanic. There's only one Titanic, and when it went down, they weren't going to call it Titanic again. But my Railjet it just proves that Roco makes really top quality stuff. My ICE3, great train. My Regiobahn, the one that, you know, I talk about, has all the bogey that's messed up and the frame is messed up, and considering how abused that got when they were rebuilding the basement, that it runs and those cars still work other than on that one turnout, you got to give it to Merklin. That guy has been abused. You know, it's like old American toys. You can beat them up. The stuff made in China, cheap metal, they fall apart easy. But I do, and that's, and I definitely run my trains more because I do the live streams. Otherwise, I might not come down here once a week and run them. And it's, you know, it's nice to sit down here and run them. But I was going to work on the color car system this week, so I'm going to just hopefully crack the whip on myself and do it next week. Start working on it. Maybe I'll have something to report by next week's show. Because my vacation is half over already. It's like, wait, my vacation's over? It's half over already. Normally I would have gone to Germany and had all these great German memories, but didn't do anything other than I've done a lot of home construction. Rewired all the lighting and the wiring in the garage, and put new exterior lighting around the house. And by the way, all you England people, if you follow football, congrats on being in the finals. I did not get to watch the game against Denmark. I will tell you, I was not rooting against either team. It's one of those games where if I would have had a chance to watch it, may the best team win. I mean, I probably might have rooted a little bit more for England than Denmark, but no, Denmark had a great story going. I hear it was kind of controversial how England won. But I did not watch the game. I haven't seen it on replay yet. In fact, I'm going to go see. I'm going to watch Black Widow here from home. We bought the in-home pass, so we're just going to darken up the house and do an in-house movie theater thing. We're not even going to have dinner. We're going to make popcorn and ice cream, and I got the big screen TV in the living room, and we're just going to watch it. We're going to watch the new Black Widow movie from home. I'm a huge Marvel movie geek, if you didn't know. Yeah, Tim, that's the big thing. Next week I have I think it's next week. What is today? No, it's a week and a half. Week and a half from today, I have the meeting with the retirement people, because you have to do it a year before you retire. So we have to have an official meeting, and they go over everything with me, and then normally I have to drive down to the state capitol and sign the paperwork, but they've been doing it digitally because of COVID. But I'll sign the paperwork, and then that means beginning August 16th, it's my last year as a teacher. But so I'm starting the retirement paperwork now. I have to do a meeting. It takes like an hour and a half, but it's going to be a digital online meeting, and they just go over everything and blah blah blah. I also then have to do a retirement meeting with my local board of education, but I have to do it with the state first, and then I go to the board and let them know I'm retiring at the end of the year, because they give you a bonus. If you let them know you're retiring before a certain date, they give you a bonus. Now, I don't know what the bonus is nowadays. It used to be several, let's just say it used to be like $5,000. When you retired, they said, here's a bonus. If you let them know early enough, they gave you $5,000. That's a shitload of money. It's nothing like that anymore. They stopped doing that about 8-10 years ago. And then they buy back your sick days. They give you so much money for how many sick days you accrue. And I should have about 500 sick days if I save them and never use them all. I've got about 370, 380. Over my 30-year career, I took sick days. We call them sanity days. We teachers call them sanity days. Hey, Ray, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that. Yes, I am heavily rooting, Luma, I am heavily rooting for England against Italy. I've got too many friends in Denmark. I could not come out and root for England against Denmark. And my favorite teams, United States, Germany, England. But the minute it's Netherlands or Denmark or Norway, Sweden, my fandom is not that high that if England were to have lost to Denmark, I would just be thrilled for Denmark and not upset as an English fan. But England's made the finals, and that's great. He kicked a few egos off the team, and it really seems to be doing the trick. Now, I do have an issue with Kane. I think Kane it's like everybody gives Kane cheap goals, and I understand that was part of the controversy, is that there was a penalty he was given, and he shouldn't have been given the penalty. Again, I haven't seen the replay. I don't know what the scandal was, but even a couple of my English friends were saying it was kind of a meh call. But anyhow, I am going to watch the finals on Sunday, and I'll be rooting for England. I'll even have my one English team jersey on. I'll have my colors on for England. And if I can catch it on replay, but tonight it's going to be Black Widow. We're going to watch the movie Black Widow in the comfort of our own home. Well, hello, Wifey Poo.
Hi, everybody.
I can just do this. No, I won't fit in there with you. So. There you are. You're on live.
Woo.
There you go. You're on.
Nice. Okay.
Looking tired. It's been a hard week for both of us.
It's been a hard week indeed. So.
Okay, you got the chat up? Okay. I can probably move that closer to you, and it fits on here nicely.
It does fit on there a lot better than the old one.
On the other one, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I put you up there for a second, just check your butt.
Okay.
Trying to get you centered.
I don't need to be centered.
Oh, we all need to be centered.
A little off kilter. Feels a little off kilter.
Oh, finding our center.
So what's going on today, fellas and ladies?
No, I think it's all men today except
All
you.
men today? Okay. Well, then fellas.
Speaking of which, ladies,
Yeah.
we just will not shoot you from here lower to show off your shirt today. Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
You were rather risque last week. We can't have
that.
that.
Behave myself.
Yes, you will behave yourself. You were risque last
I
week.
was, and it's your fault, I think.
Somebody read the comment.
It's Walk MS.
She used to do charity walks for multiple sclerosis.
I walked for years. I know quite a few people. I mean, still do who have MS. So it's a charity I've supported for a long time. And they stopped giving out all the t-shirts. Yeah, thanks, Joe. It's really, Joseph. It's just been an extremely emotional week.
Yeah, because he really was our friend.
Yeah, I thought it was a setup. I was just gonna tell you.
Hey, Ian, how are you, sir? Ian from King Fox Junction.
Okay.
Ian King.
So anyway, now that I'm here, y'all could be clicking the like button, you know.
We had a small crew today.
Really, Tim, is that non-football? Oh, this is put her car back. Okay.
That's what?
She had to park her car around the corner. They were
Oh,
working
right.
in front of the
She-
house.
Okay.
So,
Here, let me turn off that steamer.
oh,
sound.
you edited the video. Did you edit that video?
Did I edit what video?
My inappropriateness of last week.
No, I did not edit it out.
Johnny did not edit it. I didn't think he would have. It's like more work.
No, I didn't edit it. I forgot about it until...
That's still red, white, and blue.
What's still red, white, and blue?
These three coming through.
I suppose. Not really.
Yeah, I see that. And you're brown.
Yeah, you've got the chocolate and cream
Yeah.
Rheingold. You got the blue and cream Rheingold. There's no red running. I mean, the railjet's kind of red.
Yes, you did. But here's a different video.
I'm sorry if I missed it. Hello, Rick R. Very sorry if I missed it, Ian. Very sorry I missed your hello. Nope, I did not edit it. I have not touched that video. The live chat is still up on it. And that's how you know, because if you edit a video, it cancels out the live chat. If you edit a live stream...
Oh, so my inappropriateness was not worth losing the comments, apparently. You won.
Are you kidding? I was hoping it might bring some subscribers in.
Well, there's
I should be posting that. I should be posting.
Oh,
Check
shoot.
out Joyce at no. You don't.
No, don't do that.
It was quick.
Yeah, Charlie Hampton came down.
You just have to find where
Show
Joyce is
me
showing
the
off her shirt.
Show
It wasn't.
Joyce is a shirt.
I mean, is inappropriate the correct term?
Well, I'm wiggling, and I shouldn't be, because
She did something she wouldn't normally have done on camera. On camera,
yeah.
or in front of the kids.
Or in front of anybody else.
Well, that too. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
just no. Nope. So what y'all been talking about?
Trains.
Trains are good.
Trains and stations, a little bit about football / soccer,
Yeah.
since the UK is in the finals.
Yeah.
Well,
Finals?
time has gone fast today. The Euro Cup finals. England's in the Euro Cup finals.
Versus?
Italy.
Okay. That should be fun. Oh, well, that's good, John. That's what you should focus on. That's my smile. Oh,
Hi, Christopher. How are you? Nice to have you here.
oh, my grandbaby. We've decided he's just a difficult kid. She's been trying to give him food now that he's 6 months. And, yeah, he's not really going for it.
Oh, he's got some he goes for, some he doesn't.
Oh, but he's not really going for it. He just will take a couple bites and that's good.
All right, good night, Chris.
That's something he likes.
Good night, Chris. See you hopefully somewhere. If not, see you next Friday.
Yeah. He just mostly just like gums, bananas, and things like that. He sure is cute.
He's an adorable grandbaby.
He sure is.
And he's a funny grandbaby.
He is very funny.
He just is a little fussier than you would like our daughter to have for a first
Well, he's just
baby.
more difficult than he should be.
Your daughter's probably listening now. She's going to feel bad.
No, we've had this conversation. She knows that already. Ooh, yeah.
Yawn?
Yeah,
Yawn?
I know. Gosh, why am I tired?
Oh, I don't know. The lack of sleep this week.
Yeah. Strain.
The
Stress.
emotional and mental stress and strain this week. Yeah. Why are you tired?
Oh, okay then. I'm tired. We played tennis this morning. That was
6'4",
fun.
6'4".
Yeah.
Or from your point of view, 4'6", 4'6".
Whatever. It was
I won again.
a
she's
cowboy.
getting tougher.
He's always, that's alright. Cowboy bebop style dinner. Huh.
Oh wow, that brings back. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop was the old
Yeah.
Nick at Night.
Right. The bell peppers and beef.
Our kids would know Cowboy Bebop more than us.
They would. It's true. Well, that's Randall. Our kids know a lot of things Randall is into. More
Yep.
than we do.
We're just too old, dear.
We'll see. He's probably close to our kids' age, isn't he?
Well, not that close,
Well,
but
Liddy's
we're just
30,
old.
30.
Lynn will be 33
Oh,
this year. 33. Lynn will be 33 this year.
yeah.
How many years have we been married?
You do the math. Yeah, 34.
Yes, we've been
She's
married 34, and she was born a year after we got
Yes,
married.
she was.
So however long
More
we've been
than a-
married, that's how old she is.
More than
Minus
a year.
1.
Anybody who cares.
Nope, she's 32 now, but she'll be 33.
Yeah.
And then the other two, our daughter Liz just turned 29
had
this
birthdays,
week,
yeah.
and my son turned 26 this week. So we have July 4th, death, birthday, funeral, and then today.
Right.
It's been a kind of up-down week.
Yeah, we went on our boats on.
Oh, David Cook says he's
Fourth.
got David Cook's taken off? Okay, David, if you are saying goodbye, because I saw bye guys. Take care, David. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, with some people. We're having chili dogs for dinner.
Are we? I thought we were skipping dinner and going straight to, like, popcorn and candy for the movie.
We're watching the movie tonight?
It's the 9th.
I thought you were going to wait the weekend for all the kids.
Hell no. We can do that and watch it again, but I'm watching it opening night. Remember, we normally would have been at the theater tonight or last
Hey,
night.
we can have chili dogs and watch the
Fine.
movie.
You just won't have the candy, which sucks because I'd rather have candy.
I'll go to the store and get some candy.
You go to the store and get candy. You're the one who forgot the plan.
Absolutely.
Nah, that's all right. We'll do chili dogs. Awesome to hear. I said I was productive. I wasn't productive this week, but the previous week and a half I was very productive. All those new buildings. I already showed the new station.
Getting psyched to go back and work on the fallen cars.
Yeah, all these buildings in this L-shaped housing development. Those are all brand, well, I mean, building-wise, they're new. I added them over the last 2 weeks. I finished the blue house. I finished the blue house on Monday. Oh, we're used to that in Germany.
Oh,
We're used to that in Germany. The sun comes up at around 4. You guys are further north, so it's even more drastic. In the UK,
so
that
a
is.
friend said it just turns kind of dark blue. It never really gets dark. Just a dark blue sky, and then it sun's back up again, 4-ish. So, yeah, we're far enough south that it's night. It's just...
Yeah, there's still enough light at 10 o'clock here, but it's dark. I mean,
oh, no, 10 o'clock it's dark now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's why they do the fireworks at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but it's still fairly...
Oh,
it's not light. The sun is down, but there's still a lot of ambient light in the sky. It's not dark like it is at midnight.
Piggly Wiggly's in England?
No, that's America.
I thought it was. Okay.
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
Wawas and Piggly
That's
Wigglies.
south, isn't it? The Piggly
South and
Wigglies?
west, yeah.
Oh, and west? Alright.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I swear we saw Piggly Wigglies in Wyoming.
I don't remember that. So, we might have.
No, whenever we drive to the east, my daughter and her husband
Yeah.
have to hit Wawas.
Yeah, Wawa's, yeah.
See, that is a pretty train, isn't it?
It is a very pretty train. When I was in Virginia, and there was a Wawa's, and easy to get to place, they just wanted tea.
And here comes another pretty train. The lighting in this one is nicer because they actually made it look like lamps.
Yeah.
On that Rheingold,
Yeah, it's a little more uniform.
it's just little LED tubes. That one, it's actual lamps.
I see. It's cool.
That's the difference of 2003 release and 2019 release.
Peter Shaw.
Hey, Peter Shaw, how are you?
Chicken in. Oh, you got it from Menards.
Yeah, that's right. Menards
Yeah.
sells. Now, in where we live in Toledo, Menards has a couple of railroad buildings in it, but from my understanding, Menards in other parts of the country actually have model train track and everything else. Our Menards has a small toy section that has a couple of model train buildings, but no track or anything like that.
That's not bad, building a station.
See, when you see them there, you can see they're just little tubes.
Yeah, I think so.
The other one coming around. Yep, let's go to DB4 again. Watch the ICE go around, but here he comes. My most valuable train in terms of what it's worth money-wise.
Yeah.
My most valuable train. It's worth the most. Nothing. See, I can't do it because this camera would show it, but it would be funny. Now if it's too... Because it shows me doing it in this camera, then...
Terrible.
Fossilwood bunny ears.
You're too silly. You are too silly.
That's what attracted you to me, remember?
Probably.
All the grief we gave that waiter at Ricardo's.
Yeah.
The lady said she's not done, Robert. That's Robert. All right, Bobby. Oh, that's Robert. Okay, Bobby.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. They associate trains with Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The local toy stores department, well, we don't have local toy stores anymore. Toys R Us went out of business years ago.
Probably Menards.
They only sell, now we have, the Hobby Lobbies don't sell any model trains in Toledo. And we don't like Hobby Lobby. And then Hobbytown USA has a small model train area. They sell some boxcars, very limited supply of passenger cars and HO, people, figurines.
They have those cases.
They do have a case where they have some
They do
locomotives.
have a few more logos than you know, who you're thinking. Because you don't want, they're not your logos.
What?
Huh?
What are you singing?
I don't know.
You're singing it. How do you not know?
Because it's just nothing. It's just.
All right, Joyce, quick quiz. What are my two steam trains called?
They're oh stop it. They're Rheingold.
There you go, Rheingold.
I knew that. Why do Americans shorten all their first names? Well, not all Americans do shorten their first name.
I would say most do. You have your formal name and then a short
A more
name.
familiar name, I guess.
I'm named after a mafia hitman, so true story. I'm named after a mafia hitman.
I was thinking with my students in the, I'm kind of thinking of my students,
Say with my students, it's about half.
yeah, but some of them, like if I have a Joseph, most of the time they want to be called Joseph.
Right.
But I also have kids who are Joe, and that's their formal name.
Right.
They're not a Joseph shortened to a Joe. So it seems like it's a little less. Now, all my kids were getting nicknames. That was just because I wanted to. Oberlin, Ohio? What's in Oberlin, Ohio?
What?
It's in Oberlin, Ohio.
Oberlin College, and that's where I think they still do the Scottish Rite Games in Oberlin, the Ohio,
Yeah, though they
because
said...
that's where we went.
I know, but I think they said it got moved to the Speedway.
It did. It used to be on the campus grounds, but it's still Oberlin.
Yeah, all right.
All right, take care, Ian. We'll see you around either on Facebook or elsewhere. But my father went to school with a guy named Tony Anthony LaPaglia, or LaPaglia. Yeah, just click above it. Yeah. And my dad used to always tell him, oh, I love the name Anthony, I love the name Anthony, I'm going to name my son Anthony.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
And so my dad named him after him, so I was Anthony. And Anthony LaPaglia or LaPaglia was Tony LaPaglia. So my dad shortened my name down to Tony. And my family called me Tony. So it's what I was called, but... And in high school, my friends all called each other by last name. So I was Dodge. Hey Dodge, what's up Dodge? So Joyce met me and knew me as Tony. But very shortly thereafter, when I went into becoming a professional teacher, I decided I didn't like Tony and wanted to be called Anthony. And I go by my full name now. I go by Anthony. Joyce still calls me Tony. Or Schmuck, or... Hey, dumbass, come here! No, you don't. Sweetie, honey, names you can't put on TV.
Call you T.
Yeah, she calls me T sometimes.
Yeah, our son
So lazy, it's just T.
Yeah, our
T for Tony.
son AJ very often gets called A. And as the kids tease me, AJ was too long.
Oh yeah, Joyce shortens everything.
I do. I shorten all their names. I have a real hard time with those Josephs in class.
Yeah, see, our two daughters...
They call you Joe? No. Dang it.
Joyce wanted to name our first daughter after her friend Linda. But I didn't like the name Linda, so we gave our oldest daughter the name Laurelyn. So it ended with Lynn, so she could still be shortened down to Lynn. But I named her Laurelyn. A very poetic name.
Yeah. So we always called her Lynn. But then she was in school, college, with another Lynn. So she became Lynn D for Lynn Dodge, and so it just morphed into Lindy.
So yeah, now our daughter's Lindy.
And everybody knows her as Lindy now.
But back to the original, yeah, everybody calls my oldest daughter Lindy. Lindie. Lindie, even though her name Lynn is spelled Lyn.
Yeah.
She's Lindy because in high school she became known as Lynn D.
Oh, that was college.
Lynn Dodge. Oh, college?
Yeah.
Okay. And it just stuck, Lindy. But our other daughter is Elizabeth, shortened to Liz. I wanted to name my middle daughter Ellen. I wanted to name our second daughter Ellen. And
Yes.
Joyce was like, no, there's Lynn
So
and
close
Ellen.
to Lynn.
And it was too close. So, Elizabeth, which Joyce shortens down to Liz. And now Joyce has spent the last 29 years confusing Lynn and Liz.
Well, that was bound to happen no matter what we
Lynn,
called
Liz, Liz, Lynn, Lynn, Liz, Liz, Liz.
Yeah, whatever.
So you didn't want them sounding alike, but then you still confused them anyhow, so it didn't matter in the long run.
Well, yeah.
Yes, we have middle names.
And it's all because so you can really yell at them if you're mad at them. You can use their full name and their middle name, and they know they're in trouble.
So yeah, I have a middle name which is Scott. Yeah, Peggy,
Yeah.
for some strange reason, is a diminutive of Elizabeth, but
I'm
also,
not sure why.
there's another name that gets shortened down to Peggy out of the blue. Starts with an M.
Oh,
Not Meredith, but
Patricia?
what?
You said with Patricia's become Peggy.
Well, I've seen that too, but usually that's Patty. But no, there's Meredith, Meg, and
Yeah.
Peg.
Yeah, my middle name is Ellen.
All right,
and
Kieran, take care of yourself. We'll see you somewhere.
So is Elizabeth.
But yeah, so we have Lynn, Liz, and AJ. And Joy shortens them all to A. And when we were, you don't call me T anymore.
Not very often.
I don't remember last time you called me T.
Indeed. Yeah, who knows? Hit the like button before you leave. Oh.
Let's see. Oh, what did Luma say? Where is it? Oh, Luma. These bets that I like, Daisy calls me lots of things.
Sweetheart and Snuggie Buns.
Snuggie buns? Damn. Snuggie buns?
Why
That's worse than Snuggle Bunny. That's where you were trying to go.
not?
Snuggie buns. I think you've got Honey Bun and Snuggle Bunny.
I can call you anything I like, baby, and you always want.
No,
No?
no. Don't confuse me and Mayor Sunbish. No, they're...
Oh, shoot.
Oh, well, that's true of everything. But that's true with our parents. You always knew how much... And maybe that's why we have so many names in America, is because in America you know how much trouble you are by how much of your name gets used. Like with my parents. If my dad was totally happy with me, which was very rare, I didn't even get called by a name. I got called by a nickname. Hey, Sonny. Hey, Butch, come here. Let's go throw the football around or something. Hey, Butch, you know. I was Butch or Sonny to my dad, if he was happy with me, which was rare. If he was okay, like I need to take out the trash, or did I get my homework done, then I was Tony. Hey, Tony, come here. Or like, Tony, I got to work on the car. I need your help. Tony, I got to change this light socket. I need your help. Then I was Tony. If there was something mildly wrong, I was Anthony. Anthony, get in here. Why didn't you take out the garbage like I told you? Why didn't you mow the lawn back and forth the way I told you to? Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Then they threw in the middle name. And when they threw in the middle name, you were in trouble.
You might as well run.
You were in serious trouble. Anthony Scott. Anthony Scott! That's when you're like... And then if they threw in the last name, you weren't coming back. That's when I'm giving my brother all my toys. You know? Anthony Scott, dodge! And then he was like, oh shit. Yeah. And Joyce is the same way. I usually nicknames Honey, Dear. And my son, who is supposed to be called AJ, there wasn't supposed to be any names. When she's upset with him, she calls him Anthony James. He wasn't supposed to have a first name and a middle name. He was supposed to be A.J. But her family had a conniption about it, and so we had to give him names. And then she uses them when she's mad at him. Anthony James! Which is very rare.
AJ just doesn't have the same
Yeah.
emphasis.
We didn't have to yell at our kids that much.
Yeah, they had their moments.
They have their moments. All kids do.
Of course.
Our kids weren't those superstar perfect angels. No, they were real kids.
Yeah,
And they were awesome kids.
Now they're all
And they're
grown
awesome.
up.
They're awesome grown-ups.
Yep. They're all grown up.
Steamers chugging around, picture screen. Of course, my dad had those moments where he was so mad he didn't use a name. If he was real, I mean, when he went beyond pissed, then the blue language came out. My dad also had ninja skills My dad had fast hands, which I inherited, but I don't use them the way he did.
Good.
I use them for good.
What
There was this bit. My dad wore glasses. And when he was working on something, he would often put his glasses up on his head like this. And when he was working on the car or something like that, his glasses kept falling down. And one time he's bent over the car, working on the engine or something, and I'm helping him. And his glasses kept falling onto his nose, off his forehead, onto his nose. And he was getting so angry. And yeah, it's two-sided tape. Oh, no. That's not the two-sided tape. That's the two-sided tape over there. Oh, that is the two-sided tape. But anyhow, so finally his glasses fell on his nose, and he went, "Damn these glasses, son!" So I, being a smart ass, I went, "Glasses? I damn you." I thought I was being funny. My dad's hand came out of nowhere and knocked me for a loop. "Damn these glasses, son! Glasses? I damn you." Whack! No, Joe, we have a lot of that. My dad said jump, and you didn't have time to ask how high. You either already did it, or you were in trouble. Now, my mom would use that phrase when she yelled, especially at my sister. "When I tell you to do something, you won't do it. When I tell you to jump, all you do is say, how high?" No, my dad said jump, and if you didn't do it, there was no, "Wait, how high, Dad?" Whap. He didn't give you that moment. The sad thing is my dad had an amazing singing voice. He had a really good singing voice. And of course, he didn't pass that on to me either. Dad did not pass the singing voice on to me. All the things I inherited from him, you think I would have gotten a singing voice. Nope. Well, I'm thinking it's getting about that time.
Yeah, movie to watch currently.
Movie to watch, I want to play a little bit more on the game. Stuff like that. It's been the trains have run well today. The trains really ran well today. And it really, I wound up flipping a lot. Did I take out 3 or 4? The Railjet's on. I think I changed out 4 trains. Normally I change out 2 or 3.
Okay.
But I brought the Railjet back on.
Mm-hmm.
The Alex on, and then the 2 steamers. So yeah, I changed out 4 trains today.
There you go.
So it was a good one.
No doubt.
What?
Said his dad fought in the Pacific in World War II. He was one tough hombre.
My dad fought in Korea.
He was tough too.
Over here, over here. Oh, you can tell who the noisy one was, can't you?
Yeah, really.
And I see with the ski, going that fast with the ski, you hear it a little bit more. The Railjet doesn't make that much noise.
Huh. Considering it sings, that's kind of unusual.
ladies and gentlemen, Joyce and I are going to call it for a day. And got other things we got to do yet this afternoon and this evening. I want to thank you all for joining in today. Thank you for anybody who chimed in on Facebook or in the chat today. It's been a hard week. Our best friend, it's not going to be the same world without him. And while we can all say we got memories, the problem is we're not going to be making more memories. Planning and finally getting together, he was my partner in crime. I mean, Joyce was one partner in crime. He was my partner in other crimes. Anyhow, I will be here next week. I will try to catch up with anybody who posted videos, but I'll see you around the chats hopefully. So all of you take care.
Choose. Hit the like button.
You got your camera right
I
there.
know,
Get off my
it's
camera.
cuter
You
up
got your
there.
camera. You got your camera. This is my camera.
Fine.
Don't go there. Don't give me that. Anyhow, we're going to say Auf Wiedersehen and
Choose.